I just went down a YouTube rabbit hole. There was someone who found a woman living in, I forget, it was a third world country, living in a very, very small village, who apparently has not eaten or had a drink of water for 16 years.
I don't believe it.
What? They'd be dead.
I don't
Drink of
believe
water?
it.
I know.
The water,
I know.
you would die. The water
But
would kill
they went and they did this documentary and the one guy was so rude, and like one of the producers got.
I didn't see. I saw part of an article about it. I can't believe that. Though.
I know. I did not believe it at all. So I clicked on it. I'll post it for you all to see, so you guys can see. It's like a 16-minute video.
She's got to be secretly drinking water.
I know, but it's like even the people who were living with her, and she had a baby, but she did have to receive glucose while she was pregnant, but she couldn't breastfeed. She has traveled to like 3 or 4 different countries and were examined by different doctors, and she has her passport to prove it.
Really?
And all the medical paperwork. I mean,
she's like an anomaly, like her body doesn't need it.
Maybe, just maybe, she's part AI.
She's a robot.
That's what it's coming to.
She could be an alien, maybe.
It was fascinating.
That is fascinating.
And when you see her, she is very serene. I mean, it's almost like it's a spiritual.
Does she look healthy?
She does.
She's skinny, though.
She's skinny, but she doesn't look bone thin.
She's from Ethiopia, where food is already scarce. Yeah.
Yeah. In a very small, remote area. Like, it was 4 hours from the nearest airport to get where she was. But
I can't buy it, though. I don't know why.
I know.
It will seem, how can you not eat for 16 years?
Or drink water.
The water thing, that's the part that makes it even
water
more
is like within a couple, 3 days, you're dead.
Yeah, it's not good.
But you can get, now, if she's eating like leaves, if she's not considering that food, leaves off a tree can supply some water and protein, I guess.
Know. It's a very fascinating story. I'll post it for everybody because see if you believe it. It's a very spiritual thing. I don't know. I felt a certain way when I watched it.
Interesting. I'll check it out. And then, with Christina Applegate, not to get overly serious, but there's lots of people, men and women, mostly women, that suffer from eating disorders. Get the help that you need. Don't be ashamed of it because you don't want your life to be altered in a bad way. Because certainly, I think bulimia, like, you're more likely to have a heart attack.
Yeah, and rot your teeth out.
Yeah,
and it's just so prevalent, especially. It does not happen to young men, because for sure I know young men in my life who have had some issues, but it is so prevalent for young girls. It's everywhere. To look a certain way, and
I think lots of people. There's more people that are doing it than we probably realize.
Oh yeah,
and there's no shame in it. Get the help you need, because that's a tough way to live. I'd imagine.
What does she have again?
What? Well, she was anorexic. She's not anymore.
No, but she has.
MS.
Oh, she has MS. A very advanced.
And is the other girl that I get confused with, Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah.
Does she have something too, or
no?
No, she's just weird. Yeah. Like, she will.
She's a vegan.
She did that baby birding where she would chew up her kids' food and spit it into their mouth.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Ew.
We did that. Squid, you think you have it tough, and you don't at all. Whitney, that used to be on our show, when this story came out about her baby birding her kids, we sent Whitney to the Waffle House, and a listener volunteered, and Whitney chewed up like some waffles and spit it into her mouth. It was it was going viral. And then the listener was like, "Can you please take it down? I'm embarrassed now." I'm like, "Oh,
well, yes. How could you not?"
But she agreed to do it.
Can you imagine, like, so what's your resume like? Do you have any background stuff? They look a little, and they see somebody chewing their food up and spitting it in their mouth.
Like baby birds chew up food and they spit in their
baby's mouth.
That's and
hey, let's bring that back.
I already ate cereal out of Matt's mouth. That was nasty.
Oh, that's true.
And he gagged and harked up stuff.
One of my favorite videos.
Gosh.
And that was just them hanging out over the weekend. That was crazy.
When he gagged and it came shooting up like a volcano, you were like,
All right, recap me pop quiz. Fans are divided, and I have my own feelings about this. After this actor left Anna Faris out of his Mother's Day tribute post again, that is Chris Pratt. It's tricky.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 ex-wives that I've had kids with, and I've done it before, a post.
And left one of them out?
No, I've done a post where they're both, then I've done it where I thought about leaving one out.
Which one?
But it's a Mother's Day post.
But yeah, then it's like, but you can't do that.
It's a Mother's Day post.
So then I just do my mom. I just have my mom's do the Mother's Day post.
Smart.
When it gets
but
complicated,
then I will text them Happy Mother's Day though. They're, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because then it's like, but then also it's kind of a weird post, like Happy Mother's Day. My mom, and then Abe and Eli's mom, and then Ezra's mom. It's like kind of dilutes the message.
Yeah. It does.
I mean, because your husband, did he do a Mother's Day post? Yeah.
For me.
For you.
Yeah, for me.
His mom's
well,
passed
his
away,
mom has passed. But in the past, it has been his mom and me. And then
That's true.
I think he one time included my mom in there too, and also my sisters, because they were mothers, and it's my sisters. He's kind of done like a group, but it gets it's just too much.
Well, complicated.
Yes. So I think that this year was surprising because he's like, I'm just not going to post. And I'm like, fine. Fine.
Well, then,
no problem.
if you're married, let's say you get remarried, like Jason, if you got remarried one day and you had a baby with another person like I did, then like you wishing your first wife a happy Mother's Day on social, that wouldn't go over well unless the person's really secure and mature.
Yeah.
And even if they're not, even if they are secure and mature, they're probably like,
At that point, I would just say, let's not post.
let's not post.
Yeah,
You don't have to.
Why don't you just say it, send a text?
You
or
don't
something.
have to post.
Judging on the amount of time that at home that I noticed spent on social media, I rather kind of cut that off and not give an excuse to look at more stuff that's going to last another 3 hours.
Gotcha.
So, I'm not into the post as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
don't
did
post that
post,
much.
though. I did post one thing. Happy Mother's Day in a little square box.
There
but
you
I
go.
did other things,
Because believe it or not, I know people are going to find this hard to believe. There is no rule that you have to post.
No, that's true.
Nobody says
There's
gotta post.
But there's a pressure. When your
I mean,
whole
if you're-
feed is saying Happy Mother's Day.
If you're
Is
feeling,
there-
I mean, from your family,
I didn't
don't
feel any pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're saying there's no pressure, there's no social pressure to do that?
No.
In fact,
Then why are
it's the
people doing it?
opposite.
No one would do it because they see other people doing
Because
it.
I think they want everybody to be like, oh, our life is the
Yes,
best.
exactly.
Or
And
look
Oh, I
what
don't
I
know.
gave.
And
or
for
look what the
me-
presents are.
Yeah, for
Maybe.
me, there's no problem. I don't know other people, but for
'Cause
me,
it happens-
I look at it and I'm like, you know what? This is not. I just feel it so almost superficial at times.
I make sure that, like how you said, you make sure that you send a message or you call
Right.
or whatever to the actual people
Yes.
because that's what you're doing. How many times have you made a public post and then never said a word to the person
Right.
in real life?
Right,
Yeah.
You know, like,
I know.
this is
It's
who's it
insane.
for?
But yeah, I mean, there's also stuff that happens like trends and stuff, and then you see everyone posting it because they're like, oh, that person's posting it, so I guess I should be posting it. Or it could be good things.
Could.
It'd be like pray for whatever city
Sure.
just had a tragedy.
Yeah.
And then people instead of doing something about it, you just put the thing up. Not that that's the worst thing ever. But
Yeah.
we all do it.
no, it's
some way.
definitely not the worst thing at all. I
No,
just think if we have experienced both no social media and social media. I think people that have grown up
With
with
it.
social media all the time just thinks it's absolutely the norm
Right.
to do, just as much as me saying it to Katie straight up.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. All right. Recapping pop quiz, and Katie got all 5 right today. Yeah.
And
go
by the
ahead.
way, you guys both, Jared and Jason, both wished me a happy Mother's Day privately.
Okay.
Nothing from Squid.
What?
Wow.
She ain't my mama. And only one mama I'm wishing. My mama and my grandma. I don't know. It's my mama's. It's my
Wow.
mama's.
Oh, I hope
Yeah.
any future wife you have it, you don't ever say that to her.
Red
Well,
flag.
Because that's not going to go
Well,
over
that's
well.
different. That's different.
Red
I'm just
flag.
saying. I'm not Jason's mom. I'm not
oh,
Jared's mom.
Nope.
We don't
Yeah, I
have
don't know.
She
but
acts
weird
like it
for doing
sometimes,
that.
I mean, I don't want to. I feel like you're forcing my hand.
You don't wish Happy Mother's Day to like people in your life that are
The
mothers
celebrating?
sometimes?
I just gotta set. You know how long that would take talking to every mother that I know that Happy Mother's Day.
Especially the
You
ones
send
you-
a message.
The ones you slept with before, at least?
Well, yeah. I did include them. No.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I don't feel so bad.
We're all different then. All right. What
As long as you said it to them yourself
Yeah,
instead of just
yeah.
going
You're
on
like,
Facebook.
I almost made you a mother again. Happy Mother's Day. All right. What movie is this line from? Recapping pop quiz, Katie won 5-4.
Ohana means family.
Lilo and Stitch,
Got
voiced
it.
by former intern Hugs, I think.
Ohana
Means family.
I think
a little bit like Gollum.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little
Might-
bit.
Actually, might be the same
Does
actor.
it-
I don't
is
know.
it?
I don't know. That
Wow.
dude does a lot of voices.